Everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today is Thursday, which means yet again it is story time. Now, where we last left our adventures, I think they just got to the Elven city. So, now that they're finally at the Elven city, we're gonna get to see where they're at, what's going on. So let's get right into this. All right, so this one is called Sir Timothy and Karl the Rogue. Alright, so we arrived at the Elven city and found that Karl the Rogue had been kidnapped by the barbarian of kind of El, and was being held in the base just outside of town. So, very simple. They found that, hey, holy crap, we're there, but Karl the Rogue's been kidnapped, and we gotta go save him. Yeah. Let's see. Not only that, but Sir Timothy had gone in after him alone a few days earlier and hadn't returned. So Sir Timothy, the other guy we're looking for, he went in to rescue him, and he hasn't been seen in a few days. So this is not looking good because, yeah, Sir Timothy's supposedly really strong, so this is not a good thing. All right, so we enter the dungeon, finding that it had been mostly cleared out. So we get there and we're like, okay, well, this room's cleared out, this room's cleared out. We're just walking through all these rooms. We see like dead bodies that had been they'd been sitting there decomposing for a few days of various monsters that had come across. We get a pretty good ways in this tower, and that's all we see for a while. So Sir Timothy definitely did some stuff. Let's see. We found on the top floor, however, that this was not the case. So the first floor, yeah, nothing. So once we get to the second floor, we start seeing some other stuff. Some monsters that are still alive. Let's see. We found on the top. We found that there were a few monsters left over. Luckily, we found 2 angels to help us out in our fight. So basically, what happened was, just by pure random luck, this dungeon was generated entirely randomly, and by sheer dumb luck, quickly after the monsters start showing up, which are a little bit strong for our party, we end up running into a couple of allies that help us out that just happen to be randomly generated, because that sometimes happens in dungeons. So yeah, let's see. We made it to the top floor, where we saw the powerful Minotaur barbarian and Sir Timothy locked up in a cage hanging from the ceiling nearby. So this barbarian he was a Minotaur, so big frickin' dude. And Sir Timothy he's locked in a cage. So Sir Timothy got captured. But we got in. We managed to get to the boss. So let's see how this boss fight goes down. I quickly cast his spell and imprisoned him in a blade wall cage. So basically, Claudis von Haggis, was like, all right, I got this blade wall spell. That it's one of my domain spells that I just have never really used. So I'm like, frick, I'm gonna drop it on this barbarian Minotaur, and he was smart enough to try and walk through it, which would have taken a lot of damage. He's just sat there instead, and that didn't go well for him. Let's see. Sovlis then shoots Sir Timothy down, and then all his remaining arrows at the barbarian, while Drake breaks him out and gathers his gear for him. So basically, Sovlis was like, all right, he shot one arrow to go knock Sir Timothy, he's on a cage which is hanging from the ceiling, hits the rope, knocks Sir Timothy, falls out of the cage, safe. Meanwhile, Drake runs over, busts the cage open, and then grabs his gear, because this guy's really fast and he can break stuff. He's good. He's pretty useful at that kind of thing. Let's see. let's see. He then waits for the cage to fade, ready for his revenge. So the barbarian, yeah, he's waiting for the cage that I cast on him to fade so that he can take his revenge. Which it took a while, but he did do that. Let's see. But he took quite a bit of damage while he was in there. That really slowed him down a lot. The barbarian quickly meets his match, and so I guess that was Sir Timothy in the cage. Sorry, it's been a long time. But well, no, actually, I think by the time that I think it was the barbarian, but by the time he did, Sir Timothy was back on his feet, ready to fight. For his revenge, and then the angels and us ready to help him. So basically, I'm not sure exactly what. So the barbarian, I think, was waiting for it to fade, and then Sir Timothy, and we kicked their butt. So basically, the cage fell that was holding Sir Timothy. He came back on his feet thanks to Drake and Sovalis. Then after those guys helped him, he was ready to fight. We had the angels on our side. We're all just waiting for my force cage to fall off the barbarian, which is slowly cutting him down. It's also getting us Sir Timothy back, so we're getting a pretty good group ready to kick this barbarian's butt just as soon as we're able. The barbarian quickly meets his match, and Carlisle gains enormous experience from hiding in the corner. So Carlisle, who we mentioned last time, my friend's little brother playing his little halfling rogue, he didn't do crap, but he gained ridiculous experience from hiding in that corner because power leveling. Then after we managed to beat this guy, Sir Timothy tells us that if we get him his boots, which information on their location is located at the base we skipped on the way over, he will join us down in the pit. So, man, I worded that really terribly in that. So basically, Sir Timothy's like, hey, I got these pair of boots. If you get them to me, I'll help you out with that pit that you passed earlier. And we're like, sweet, that'll be useful. This guy could come in really handy for that. And he even tells us, hey, where the boots are located, we can find that at that base that we crossed on the way to the Elven city. So we got to go back there to get that. So basically, that's kind of our next stop, I believe. I think we hit a few other places first, but that's our next goal. We just, have a few places we hit on the way. Let's see. And Karl the Rogue tells us about a few of the legendary weapons, and that there's still one of them at the base we passed on the way. So Karl the Rogue, he tells us that not only is there information on those boots that Sir Timothy wants. So not only is the information on where the boots are at, so the boots are in this base, but there's a clue to where those boots are in the base. But not only is there that clue to the boots, there's also one of the legendary weapons in this base. So we really need to hit that base. Well, it looks like it's off to the base then. So basically, like I said, that base is definitely our next stop after all of that. So we're going to be hitting that up here pretty quick. So definitely come back next week to find out what's going on with that. We do these every Thursday, so stick around. We got a nice description for the entire video down in the comments, not in the comments, down in the description below. Let me know what you think of this story in the comments, and definitely subscribe so you can get access to all my stories plus all my other videos. We got our Dungeons and Dragons descriptions every Friday. We got our Naruto character reviews every Saturday. We got other videos on Sunday, so definitely check that out. We're probably going to have more as well. I just pre-recorded this video as well as most of them. So yeah. Anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you